started on our backs today. So I like to take these first 5 minutes or so to use it as a transition to get into our practice. So we'll lie down on our backs to start, and just notice how that feels, letting the body lie back down and rest in the middle of the day. Just notice how that feels. Allow the stillness. Begin to move into your aware presence. Really bringing your body, mind, and spirit into your practice today, onto your mat. So what yoga is a body of a union of body, mind, and spirit. Start to notice your breathing. And if you want to tune in with the body a little more with that breath, you can have left hand on heart and right hand on your solar plexus. If you ever notice that you're falling away from noticing your breath, this helps because you can feel that heartbeat and you can feel the rise and fall of the belly. For the next few breaths, try to inhale and exhale a little bit longer. Maybe 2 to 3 seconds longer. Inhale a little more at the top, nice sip, fill up the breath, fill up the belly. And then a soft exhale, try to go nice and slow. Just 3 very intentional, aware breaths, following it down into the body. Noticing the softness and openness, how the body responds. It likes those longer breaths. It likes the longer releases. And then I brought the book Path of Yoga Sutras with me today. Something I read in my yoga teacher training. And this chapter is called Satya. It means truthfulness. Something we practice in yoga is truthfulness and sincerity. And it starts with a quote from Aristotle that says, "The least initial deviation from the truth is multiplied later 1,000-fold." So think about that in your life. There's maybe something small, but it wasn't the truth, or maybe you knew it. Satya means communicating what we understand to be true. Satya occurs when our thoughts, words, and actions are consistent with one another, like a combined energy. When our hearts and minds are clean and unbiased, we perceive accurately and communicate clearly. Just notice whatever that brings out for you. Maybe it's nothing too, that's okay. Just letting your body rest here. When we move into that clear head space, that clear mind space, the clear heart space, when we're in alignment, the decisions we make are more effortless, more graceful. The feeling in our gut, that butterfly feeling, will speak to you. You won't feel resistance. Because your body is in alignment with mind and spirit. In this space, we'll take a moment to set an intention for our practice. Whatever that means for you today, it could be intention for maybe why did you show up to practice today? What was your intention to get you onto the mat? Or maybe how do you hope to feel leaving today? Or how do you hope to practice Satya? truthfulness with yourself, truthfulness with others. Whatever intention you decide on is whatever you need right here and right now. Inhale deep through the nose, fill the belly really deep. Inhale with that intent, bringing it into every cell of the body. And then exhale out of the lips, then sending it out to the universe. We'll invite movement into the body by bending the knees. Press the heels onto the floor and just windshield wiping the knees side to side. Kind of heavy, opening your hips, opening your low back. You can cactus the arms if you want, making a T with the forearms, opening up the front of your chest, noticing your heart space. And then bring your knees into your chest. Grab your shins, give yourself a little hug as you pull the thighs towards your belly. Try to get your spine nice and long. You can pull gently onto those knees, more into the chest if that feels nice, opens the hips a little bit, and you can rock side to side. Maybe even let the chin go side to side. Breathe into the neck. And then we'll release both heels to the ceiling, straighten into those legs. Take some ankle circles here. Both directions with both feet. Just breathing into the ankle space. Maybe noticing if one side's a little different than the other. Point and flex those toes, get into the front of the foot, all the way through the Achilles. And then we'll lower the leg down to a butterfly pose. So the outer edges of the feet come together, let the knees fall out, support the knees with your hands, but try to keep your low back on the mat. Try to keep that low spine on the mat so your belly button's pulling down. And then with this butterfly pose, with your hands under the thighs, if that's good for your support or maybe you don't need it, you can kind of flutter your knees side to side, taking that little butterfly flapping action. Just breathe into the hips, maybe rock side to side, just noticing the hip space here. First, real stretch into that space. Another thing we can do is take our two hands, take our palms, and press down right where your hip crease meets your hips. So when your palms coming down, it starts to go out. Press your palms right into that hip space, kind of like you're pulling, pushing, trying to create length in the spine there. All right, good job. Release that. Bring those knees back to center. This time, kick the heels up to the ceiling and then bring your feet towards your face. Breathe into your hamstrings this time. So the back of the legs, the more you flex your toes towards your face, maybe you can grip your toes and down. Open up those hamstrings. And then with those feet, begin to bring them out. So the legs are still straight. We're bringing them out wide. And then back together just a few times. Open the hips, you can guide with the hands. Go slow and controlled. See how wide you can get them. Keeping the legs straight. Feel that growing space. Nice job. Come back to center, and we're going to wrap our bodies now. So we're going to come to eagle abs. So our right arm and left arm, swing them out, and then when you swing together, right arm over left arm. Grab your elbows, eagle pose, pull those elbows away from you so your hands go farther up. And then you'll wrap right leg around left leg, try to get the foot to the back of the cow. Spine is on the mat. And then exhale, knee and elbows touch. Inhale, open up as much as you can. We'll be here for a few, like at least 10 breaths. So At your own pace, the inhales open and the exhales contract. Try to get your knees and elbows to touch. Use that strong warrior breath now. We're starting to heat up. Warrior breathing, dry breath. A few more. All right, and then release the arms to cactus, press the heels into the mat, and then we shall wipe those knees side to side. Spine should feel a little more open now, we're getting warm. And then come back to center, we'll do the same thing with the left side. So those arms open up, we're gonna gain some momentum as we sweep left under right this time. Try to get those palms to touch, really twisting into eagle pose. Lift the heels off the mat and then left goes around right. Left elbow on bottom, left knee on top. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, open up when you're ready. Think about eagle pose, there's so much to it, is because every part of your body is squeezing as hard as you can. Your hands are squeezing to twist more, your legs are squeezing to get the foot to the back of the calf. You keep your spine on the mat, your core pulls you up, your breath guides the movement. 2 more. All right, back to center, release. Grab behind the thighs, rock and roll on your spine 3 times up to sitting. Give yourself that little massage along the spine. Whew. And then we'll meet in a comfortable cross-legged position, sitting on your sit bones, sit up nice and tall. So through the sit bones, one straight line from the crown of the head. Hands on the knees, we're gonna breathe into the neck. So I invite you to close the eyes here if that's comfortable. And let your head hang heavy, taking neck circles all directions. I like to close the eyes just so I can tune into this neck space a little more. Notice every little angle. Use that ujjayi breathing. So we'll breathe in and out of the nose. See if you can make that ocean wave sound. And if there's a spot that you can add your hand as you breathe, feel free to add that next stretch. Couple more breaths. Go both directions so you feel nice and even. And then we'll come back to the center. Neutral spine to look nice and tall. We'll take hands to opposite knees this time. Grab your knees. Sit back a little bit. You're going to end up pulling the knees up a little bit. Drop your chin towards your chest and lean back and feel your shoulder blades separate. Create space across the back of the heart. And we'll inhale, come forward. Roll all the way over the knees, tabletop position. Begin your cat-cow. Spine should feel a little bit warmed up here already, so just tune into that spine and move through your cat-cow at your own pace. Inhale, gaze go up, and exhale as you arch the spine as much as you can for that scared cat pose. Exaggerate the movement by bending the elbows. Let it feel like your body is already flowing. That breath kind of guides you. And then take the hands farther in front of where they are right now. Draw circles with your belly button and your hip circles. More movement into hips, spine, shoulders. One of the things here is to keep using your core. We don't want there to be too much pressure on the lower back. So your core is still engaged. Let those hips drop over to the side, bring to the side body. And then come back to center. come into a puppy pose here, so keep your hips nice and high. You're gonna walk your hands forward as much as you can. Let the forehead come back down to the mat. Feel the front of the shoulders open, keep your hips high. You dry breathing. And walk your hands over to the right, big reach through the left fingertips, send the weight back into your left hip. Side body stretch. Use that breath. Inhale as you reach a little more, and exhale to sink back a little more. Hands through center, take it over to the left. Reach with your right fingertips. And then exhale, sink back to the right. All right, bring it back to center, tabletop position. So hands right under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We'll tuck our toes and exhale, send the hips high to the sky, down dog. First down dog, clasp, pedal up those feet. Walking the dog, kind of just feeling into your body. Doesn't have to look any one way. Just sweeping up the heels and pedaling off the feet. Maybe even rolling up over the toes and stuff. Spread the fingers wide, let your gaze be back and down dog. Gaze is always going to be back between the legs. And then we bring our left big toe to the center line of the mat. Inhale, open the right knee 90 degrees. Hip circles here. So drawing circles with the knee this time. So that hip really open up. Try to keep your shoulders square to the mat though. The right shoulder wants to lift. Pull it back down. All right, straighten through the right leg. And then exhale, right knee, right elbow. Give it a tap. Inhale, open the leg, or really down dog. Exhale, knee to chest, pull it high, tight, no drop the foot. Inhale, lift. Third exhale, go across the body, left elbow tap. Inhale, lift. This time coming all the way to fallen triangle. So follow that last movement. Knee goes back over to the left, straighten into the right leg. Land on the outer edge of the foot. Lift your left hand high to the sky, fallen triangle. Beautiful. Return back to three-legged down dog. Right leg to the sky. And then we're going to drop back down to both knees. And we'll thread the needle right side here. So inhale, open up the arm. And exhale, send it under all the way over to the left as much as you can. Reach with those fingertips and then let the arm come down. Let your head come back down to the mat. Yeah. Left hand in front of your face here, press into the mat to roll over the shoulder. And then yogi's choice to make a balancing posture. If you want to lift your inside leg, your left leg. And gently come all the way back to your tabletop position. Both hands under those shoulders. Tuck the toes, send the hips back, second down, dog and clasp. Pull off the feet a couple times here. And then right big toe comes to the center line of the mat this time. Inhale, open that left knee out to the side. Bend the knees some 90 degrees, just kind of open and begin to draw circles with the kneecap. Keeping left shoulder lower. Lots of work on the shoulders and down dog. Keep that gaze back towards the right leg if you can. And then really down dog, so straight through that left heel. And exhale, left knee, left elbow, tap. Same thing other side. Inhale, lift. Second exhale, knee to chest, use the core. Inhale, lift. Third exhale, knees across the body, right side, top elbow or shoulder. Inhale, lift. Fourth exhale, fall in triangle, let the foot go back over under the body to the right. Or stay, really get down dog if that's your modification. Keep pressing up. And then return to three-legged down dog with control. Try to keep that left foot in the air. And then we'll drop both knees. Left foot down and then both knees down. Inhale, open the left arm. Thread the needle other side. Exhale, send it under your body all the way over to the right. Reach through the fingertips, let the arm come down to the mat, and then the head comes back down too. Opening up the outside of the left shoulder. So trying to roll, kind of using the floor as a grip. You want to feel that outside of the left shoulder, kind of stretching. Yogi's choice to make it a balancing posture, of course, you can lift that inside leg. And we'll come back to tabletop. All right, let's make it through a little flow, a little stomach. So down dog, exhale, lift the hips, send them back, put those knees towards the mat. And then we'll look at the space between the hands. On the first one, we'll tippy toe to the front of the mat. Come up nice and slow, tippy toe until your feet are right under your hips. Grab your elbows, we'll meet in a ragdoll pose. So let the belly hang out on the thighs here, relax your head and neck. You don't have to hold up your head. I like to shake out the head and neck here a little bit too. Yes, there's the nose. And really try to see if you can get your crown of your head closer to the feet. As that low back finds a ton of length here. Bend those knees. And then we'll release the hands and slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Micro bend in those knees as we come up. Head's the last thing. Ground down through those feet. We'll take a couple of shoulder rolls here. Pull them up towards the ears and roll down the back. The meeting in our mountain pose. So hands shine forward. Ground down through both feet. See if you can grow a little taller through the crown of the head. And then inhale, hands overhead. Exhale into the hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, shine the heart forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank pose. Hold plank or drop to your knees. We're going to do one chaturanga together. So exhale, half push-up. Keep your elbows into your body. Inhale, roll over the toes, up dog or cobra pose. Exhale, down dog. So for the rest of the class, that's Yogi's choice to do your chaturanga or to lead us down dog. All right, from here, bring your feet about as wide as your mat. We're going to walk our left hand under our face. Actually, take your feet even off the mat. Left hand in front of your face, and then your right hand's going to go all the way under you to grab the outside of the left calf. Pull into the stretch. Let your gaze go under your left armpit. Try to get your gaze up to the ceiling. And then we'll release back to center, switch those hands. Right hand to bow in front of your face and a little bit higher on the mat. Left hand reaches to outside of right calf. Inhale, find some length through the spine. Exhale, pull. Look under your right armpit. Try to find the ceiling. All right, come back to center. We're going to send the hips down a little bit for a yoga squat. Just sink into the hips. Yogi squat. So here, I'm going to press the elbows into the knees, open the hips a little bit, and breathe into the wrists. Even press the back of the wrists together right here. And then inhale, sit up a little taller. We're trying to find length in the spine with this pose. Opening ankles, opening hips. Use your breath. Just all right, we're going to release out of that. Walk your hands all the way back to down dog. Find your strength, your real flow. From down dog position, gaze is back. Inhale, right foot lifts, side of the sky. Exhale, plant the foot, come up, warrior one. Sweep the hands forward. Deep bend in your front knee. Make sure you can see that big toe, knee tracking out. Deeper bend in that front knee. Nice warrior ones. Exhale, drop the hands behind you. Hands or elbows are going to grab to open the chest back, gaze lifts. And exhale, humble your warrior. Let your chest fall to the inside of right thigh. Keep letting that head fall down. The head can relax all the way. Strong warrior one legs. Maybe you adjust that back foot a little bit more out to the left. Keep the humble warrior. Last breath here. Come up, high lunge. So sweep the hands forward, pick up your back heel this time. High lunge. Strong legs will stay here for a couple poses. So from high lunge, exhale, twist to the right. Right hand back, left hand forward. Let your knees go over to the right as well. And then inhale, revolve, left hand up, right hand down. You're gonna feel a big opening on left side body. Keep the high lunge legs though, don't back out of them. Exhale, easy twist, left hand on the inside of right foot. Right hand reaches high to the sky. Nice, stay here, or side plank. You can move your right foot to stack on top of left. Yogi's choice here. Woo. You can drop bottom knee, or you can lift that top leg. Stay here for a couple breaths, building strength. And then return it to your easy twist. So the right foot comes back to the front of the mat. And then we'll inhale all the way to warrior two. So cartwheeling those hands, the left hand back and forward. Let your back heel drop, heel to heel alignment. Nice. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Left hand down, right hand up. Reach back as far as you can. And exhale, extended side angle, right elbow, right knee. Left hand reaches up and over. All right, we'll turn our hands towards the center, sitting up for a wide-legged forward fold. You can come up to standing or stay forward or folded over. Either way, your toes will come into pigeon. We'll inhale, find some lift and length through the crown of the head. And exhale, fold, wide-legged forward fold. You get a little bit longer in this stretch, so let every breath guide you into it. If your head's really far from the mat, you can bring your feet farther apart, and your head's touching the mat. And then one thing that's fun in this pose is play around with the weight all the way to the balls of the feet a little bit. Can you turn your toes in? That really helps. All right, last breath here. We're going to walk our hands all the way back to the front of the mat. Hands under the shoulders. Step your right foot back to meet your left. Take it through your chaturanga vinyasa or scoop it. Meet in down dog. We'll take you through a sunny at your own pace, feeding back and down dog. On the bottom of an exhale, look at the space between your hands, walk step or hop to the front of your mat. When you get there, inhale, half lift, shine the heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up to standing, come up with a straight spine. And exhale, recentering, regrounding, come through center, hands down by the side. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, into the hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, take it through your chaturanga vinyasa. Always have option to skip it, knee and down dog. Same thing, other side. Inhale, left foot lifts, high to the side, or high to the sky. Exhale, plant the foot, come up warrior one, sweep your hands forward. Your back heel is going to be down, toes out at an angle. The thing with warrior one is that once we go into humble warrior, our hips pop out and it hurts that back knee. So if you need to bring your back foot out a little bit farther to the side, I would actually recommend that. And then exhale, drop the hands behind you, grab your hands or your elbows, open the chest. Exhale, humble your warrior. Bring your chest to the inside of left thigh. If your hands are clasped together, try to pull them overhead towards me. Breathe into the shoulders. Relax your head and neck. Inhale, come up high lunge, hands to forward, you pick up your back heel. Remember these high lunge legs, we stay in for the next 3 poses, so try not to back out of it at all. Nice deep high lunge, exhale, twist, left hand back, right hand forward, keys over to the left. Inhale, revolve, left hand down, right hand up. Reach to the back of the room, gaze follows the fingertips. Keep reaching. Exhale, easy twist. Right hand comes to the inside of left foot. You're strong through right shoulder. Left hand's lifting, prepping you for side plank. If that's in your practice, you can take your left foot to stack on top of right. There should be no shoulder pain. So your left hand is, or your right hand is right under that right shoulder for the best balance. And then bring it back. Left foot comes back to easy twist. And then we cartwheel all the way to warrior 2. Nice big cartwheel. The whole body's going all the way to face the other side of your mat. Heel to heel alignment. Open through those hips. Inhale, reverse it. Left hand back, right hand down. And exhale, extended side angle. Last pose with these legs. Nice and strong. You're one long line from heel to fingertips. And then bring your chest through center, toes come into pigeon. You can be standing or forward folded already. Wide-legged forward fold, wherever you're at, inhale. Find length and exhale, fold. You might even do that a couple times. Inhaling, lift. And exhale, drop that head down towards the mat. Hollow out that belly space here. So pull your belly button back towards the spine, allowing for a deeper fold. Couple more breaths. And then gently rock yourself back to center, hands under the shoulders. Take it through a chaturanga vinyasa. Or skip it one knee down dog. From down dog, we'll come to pigeon pose. So bring your right knee to behind your right wrist. Get the shin as high on the mat as you can. Kind of parallel to the front. Walk your left leg back. And then pigeon pose will be here for at least a minute. So making your way into your pigeon pose, whether that's on your forearms or a block. Use that breath, the power of your breathing, to send that fresh breath down to the hip. With your exhale, you can kind of use a visual aid of the muscles opening up just a little bit more, releasing. You could be releasing a toxin or emotion or anything that no longer serves you. More seconds on this side. All right, begin to lift up. We're going to roll into that right hip. Bring the left foot all the way around for quiet pose. So ankles and hips, or ankles and knees are going to stack. And we're going to work on reducing that space. So if you know how to get into this pose, go all the way into your variation. But the first thing I like to do is press my hands into the mat or my fists. Lift the hips and let them come back down a little more even. This could be your pose today, sitting right like this if you feel it in both hips. If you're ready to take it farther, begin to bow forward. Again, anytime we're forward folded, you're still aware through that core space. So we're still using our mula and uddiyana bandhas to pull up and in that core space, even though we're in a still pose. If you are bowing forward, try walking your hands side to side. Come back to center, press up to seated, lean back so you can release knees off the ankles, or knees, and then let the legs go out 90 degrees or 45 degrees each side, straight and forward. If you can, actually open the feet a little wider too for this first one. Open the legs as much as you can, almost like you're trying to come to a full splits. So this first one, we'll just bow straight forward. So hands on the hips. Inhale, sit up as tall as you can, and then you're gonna follow your spine as you're kind of hinging your own hips forward. Try to keep your spine straight. You'll feel it in the legs, you'll feel it in the back. Try to stay straight as long as you can. And then relax the hands down to the floor, and then this is where we begin to bow. You begin to arch the spine and let the head fall down. That's your stretch. You want to keep the spine on as much as you can. Feel the groins open up. And then the last thing you can do is roll your toes up and out. Adds a little more to the inside leg stretch. And begin to press yourself back up. We'll keep our right leg out 45 degrees, but then keep bringing our left heel into the body. We're going to come to a little go back left side. So bring your right forearm, sweep it forward and over to the right shin. Your low back's going to get open up, so then reach your left hand towards right toes. TDQ stretch. Gaze is wherever is comfortable for this pose, so don't feel strain in the neck. The goal is a low back. So keep reaching with those left fingertips. Beautiful. All right, release the center. We're going to come up to seating and switch off those legs. So left arm and right heel in. Same thing other side. Your left arm will come forward and then sweep it over and will land wherever it's right for your body. So on the shin, on the ground. Open that chest to the side. Big inhale reaches right fingertips up and over. Trying to grab those left toes. And then your neck has no strain here, so maybe you need to change the gaze down to the floor or to the sidewall, wherever it's okay. Last breath, and then you'll roll through the center. All right, we have to get to pigeon pose left side, so we'll cross the ankles, roll over the knees, hands under the shoulders, step back to down dog. Put out those feet, go ahead and stretch the back of the legs a little bit. And then left side, so left knee comes behind left wrist. Try to get it as, so even coming into pigeon pose, like that's some core workout right there. Try and work using your transitions as a part of yoga practice. So try to get the left shin high to the front of the back. Walk your right leg long. And then as you're going down into pigeon pose, sometimes you can roll, kind of try to roll. I find it more comfortable when I pull my calf forward and then roll my thigh out. And then come down. I don't know if that's just me. No, it's not good. And then there should be no pinching or pain over that left knee. You can always take the same thing as last time. When it's long poses, watch where the mind wanders. And try to bring it back to focus, back to your breathing. Last 10 seconds. Pressing hands under the shoulders, lift the chest, roll onto your left hip, and swinging your right foot all the way around to the left on that left ankle. And then working into your firelog pose other side. So we have plenty of time here. So go nice and slow. Start by pressing the fists into the mat to lift the hips, so then come back down nice and even. If there's a lot of space between your knee and ankle, you can have a block of support. And if you're ready, you can hinge at the hips, come forward, full expression. I find myself in these settings forward fold a lot, so releasing, pressing the hands into the mat, lifting up, wrong collar. And exhale, folding a little deeper. And if you like to walk in here side to side, go to the joints. That felt good for your body. All right, come back to center. Lift that chest, release those thighs and knees. And then we'll grab the back of our thighs and roll down onto our backs, or squatting if you want to get there, forearms over down. We'll do 3 rounds of bridge pose today for our relaxed training. So bridge pose, you want to make sure you can touch those heels. And from here, we can even begin to start to roll, or start to wiggle the shoulders underneath us a little bit. And then for this first one, try to go kind of nice and slow and work your way into bridge pose, because we're going to do 3. So inhale, press through the heels, lift the hips, begin to bring your fingers together, grab your hands, roll even more up onto your shoulders, keep pressing through the hips, relax the glutes a little bit, feel that low back finding its natural state curve. Release the hands, come up onto the tippy toes, and roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. So that is your first bridge. You can do 2 more, or I like to give you guys a lot of options. So your third one can be a wheel, or you can just go to a restorative bridge too, like you can walk on your tailbone. So when you're ready for second one, make sure you can touch those heels, and then on an inhale, big breath. Powerful breath. Lift the hips, grab those hands together, roll the shoulder blades underneath you. Bring awareness to that chest and chin, the space between your chest and chin. Bring your chest a little closer to the chin. Release the glutes. And then release the hands, come up onto the tippy toes, roll out 1 vertebrae. You ready for your third and final? Make sure you can touch those heels, and when you're ready, press with an inhale through the heels. Grab those hands underneath you. Go right to where you left off that second one. And then see if you can get a little more space. Bring that chest a little closer to the chin. Release the glutes a little more. See if you can feel that low back. Feel the muscle. And stretching. All right, come out of it. Last time, release the hands, tippy toes. Roll on down. And give yourself a little hug. Bring your knees into the chest. Drop your forearms or your hands around your shins or your forearms. Rock side to side. All right, we're going to come up to standing one last time before on back. So grab the back of your thighs, rock and roll a few times on that spine. And this time we're going to rock and roll all the way up to a chair. So gain some momentum, and then you're going to ground down through both feet. Use your hands to press you up. Chair pose. Only one time here, I promise. Ground down with those feet. Make sure you can see those toes. Lift the gaze, lift the hands, tuck your tailbone back, have a tail, tuck it back. And then exhale, right hands twist to the right, left elbow, right knee. When you inhale, you grow through your crown. When you exhale, you press the palms together. Big spinal twist. You're nice and warm. Your gaze over to the right. Press the palms. Nice. Inhale through center. And exhale, take it to the left. Spinal twist. Press as hard as you can into the palms. You're nice and warm here. Keep the knees glued together. Gaze over to the left. Inhale, grow. Exhale, press. Elbow pulls up. Okay, inhale through center. Exhale, forward fold. Or you just step out to pyramid pose. Left foot steps back behind the right. Maybe grab your block. The block's really helpful for pyramid pose under either hand. So we'll straighten into both legs, front toes forward. On an inhale, lift the chest, overlook the right leg. Exhale, forehead comes down towards right foot or right shin. Intense stretch on the back of that leg. Relax the head and neck. Inhale, lift the chest, revolve triangle, left hand on the inside of right foot. You can keep that block. Inhale, sweep the right hand open. Bend that front knee all the way to standing from the mat. And then we're just going to come into that last pose, pyramid pose, left side. So we'll take the right foot behind the left. Back toes out and then front toes forward. Grab your hips and just try to square them to the front of your back. Inhale, finally into the chest. And exhale, fold. Again, you can have that block and then again for pyramid pose. This is an intense back leg stretch. So breathe gentle. And like every breath, take a little bit more. Lift the chest, last standing pose, revolve triangle. Right hand on the inside of left foot. Inhale, sweep your left arm open. Try to open the chest towards the sidewalk. Now we'll come through center, bring your right foot to meet your left, and you gently roll all the way back down to our back. Maybe forearms, one vertebra at a time. And then bring your heels up to the ceiling. We move into a shoulder stand and plow pose in our practice today. So always option for restorative in these poses. You want to practice your shoulder stand, press your hands up to the mat, swing your hips as high as you can, grab your elbows underneath your low back, grab your low back, your hands under your low back, and wiggle your elbows together. Try to get, so from your chest, through your hips, through the feet, is one line stacked on top of each other. And then just like bridge pose, pull your chest up towards your chin. Nice 3 breaths here at least. And then dropping it to plow pose, so those feet come overhead, all the way to the floor. Straighten through those legs in plow pose. You can try to grab your hands together. Don't look side to side. Tuck your neck. And gently go out of it, one vertebra at a time. So your hands can press into the mat to keep you from lowering. Slowest you've moved all day. And then I'll give you guys a minute here to get any last stretches in your practice that you need. We did lots of spinal twisting, so I didn't add that at the end. Maybe a happy baby, maybe some more plow pose, whatever's calling your name today. Now maybe the lock under the hips is a nice option for the restorative postures. Letting your body guide you. Any last movements? And before we get into Shavasana, I want you to return to that intention that you set at the beginning of the class. Maybe notice how you feel about it now that you've gone through this practice of yoga asana. Bringing truthfulness, satya into our practice with us today. Do you still see that intention the same? Do you still hold it? Do you want it to be even more true now? You can send it out again. The power of our thoughts, especially when we're in that aligned space with body, mind, and spirit, is so powerful. Now that our bodies are ready for stillness, moving into Shavasana, let your legs be long, toes roll out to the side. Hands can be palm placed on the right side, or left and then right hand on the left side. So you can't choose how to move the body. Tuck your chin down towards your chest a little bit so you're nice and tall in the back of the head. And welcome to Shavasana. What the next thing you feel is ready to long body stretch. Sit in that air and then when you're ready, your exhale onto your favorite side. Left side is energizing, right side is grounding. And to honor the just notice what everything is. Softness, gentleness. And then gently press up to the seated position. We can end together, sitting on our sit bones, facing the knees. Sit nice and tall, and on the knees, gentle bow of the head. You can close your eyes only comfortable. Bring your awareness to your third eye, the space behind the brow. Inhale together, inhale from the head. Exhale, lower the bones to that third eye space. Feel your arm. Aligning these to the honest life. Thank you for showing up and sharing space today. Happy Wednesday.